There's also political news about Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney, of course, is facing the prospect of losing her leadership position. She's the House Republican Conference chairwoman, being defended mightily by Nancy Pelosi, by CNN, MSN. They're all in love with Liz Cheney now. Liz Cheney, Republican from Wyoming, Dick Cheney's daughter. One Republican leadership source told the Washington Examiner she's toast. She's not helping Republicans win back the House. I don't know that she does. Wants the Republicans to win back the House. I don't know what Liz Cheney's, I made the same mistake Pelosi did. I'm old too. I don't know what Liz Cheney's end game is either. It's the same, that's what Byron York was asking, opining, questioning in a column he wrote. What's her end game? What is she thinking? Why does she keep trashing Donald Trump? What do you think Liz Cheney is trying to accomplish? Byron York writes, is she trying to deliver tough love to the GOP's most ardent supporters of former President Trump? Is she trying to administer bad tasting but needed medicine to her party? Is she trying to curry favor with media opinion makers? Is she trying to position herself for some big political move in the next year? I mean, what is clear is what she is saying. In the past few days, Byron York writes, she has directed hostile language towards some in her own party and conciliatory language to the opposition party. Consider these two tweets. On Monday morning, Liz Cheney tweeted, the 2020 presidential election was not stolen. Anyone who claims it was is spreading the big lie, turning their back on the rule of law and poisoning our democratic system. Byron York says the wording of Liz Cheney's tweet was not looking to persuade, but to bludgeon. Rhetorical devices like putting the big lie in all caps gave the tweet a feeling of something one might hear on CNN or MSNBC. The tweet's tone seemed designed to irritate all Republicans, not just those who believe the election was stolen. Compare that to a tweet last Thursday after Biden's speech to Congress, where she said, quote, I disagree strongly with Joe Biden, but when the president reaches out to greet me in the chamber of the U.S. House of Representatives, I will always respond in a civil, respectful, and dignified way. We're different political parties. We're not sworn enemies. We're Americans. Byron York says nothing wrong with any of that. Some Republicans were sure to see Cheney's tone toward Biden as far different, far more positive than her tone towards some in her party. I mean, it's certainly a lot different than her tone towards Donald Trump. So I don't know what her end game is either. Maybe you do. 1-800-655-MIKE. Because the question becomes, what happens to her? She's not, and I also would never underestimate the establishment. The country club Republicans, the Judge Smales of the Republican Party, and there's a lot of them around, and they got big voices. They always got tricks up their sleeve. Liz Cheney may not be going anywhere. She may continue to be in a Republican leadership position, and if she doesn't get removed as expected next week, well, that puts a big fat question mark on the future of Trumpism, on the future of the 75 plus Americans who enthusiastically support President Trump.